Have you ever noticed how easy it is to be a spiritual heavyweight in one area of your life while quietly letting things slide in another? Most of us assume that if we can just hold the line against the pressure of our culture, then everything else in our walk must be pleasing to God. We think surviving the fire is proof of perfect obedience. But the story of the ancient church at Pergamos provides a sobering reality check. Look at these ruins. Pergamos wasn't some backwater village. It was a massive, intimidating powerhouse built right into the hillside, dominating the entire region. Revelation 2:12-13 says, "And to the angel of the church in Pergamos write, These things says he who has the sharp two-edged sword. I know your works and where you dwell, where Satan's throne is. And you hold fast to my name and did not deny my faith even in the days in which Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was killed among you, where Satan dwells." Jesus is speaking to people who were already incredibly brave. These weren't casual believers, they were survivors. The text mentions a shocking detail. At this moment in history, Satan had what Jesus described as a throne in Pergamos. This is the Pergamon altar, a massive piece of evidence showing the kind of architectural and cultural dominance these Christians lived under every single day. They lived in such a hostile environment that they watched their friend Antipas be brutally murdered for his faith. But even after witnessing a martyrdom with their own eyes, they refused to flinch. They held fast to the name of Yahushua. On the outside, they had the kind of courage we read about in history books. They passed the ultimate test of physical persecution. But even with that heroism, Jesus still had a serious problem with them. He follows his praise with a devastating word. Nevertheless, Revelation 2:14-16 says, "But I have a few things against you, because you have there those who hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to put a stumbling block before the children of Israel, to eat things sacrificed to idols, and to commit sexual immorality. Thus, you also have those who hold the doctrine of the Nicolaitans, which thing I hate. Repent, or else I will come to you quickly, and will fight against them with the sword of my mouth." Jesus identifies the real threat as the doctrine of Balaam and the Nicolaitans. This wasn't an outside attack. This teaching had worked its way into the congregation, introducing idolatry and immorality. The pastor wasn't committing the sin. He was faithful, but he knew these things were happening and chose to tolerate them. Because the error wasn't confronted at the door, it was allowed to weave itself into the fabric of the church. This shows us that silence in the face of corruption is actually a form of permission, giving deception exactly what it needs to spread. We see this in break rooms, around family dinner tables, and in our group chats. Often, we stay quiet just to keep the peace. We avoid the awkward conversation or the conflict, secretly hoping the problem will simply go away on its own. But the text gives us a sobering warning. If we refuse to use our influence to confront error, God will eventually step in to fight it himself. We have to reframe how we see confrontation. Speaking the truth against a sin that is destroying someone's life isn't hatred. It is an act of deep love. Watching someone be led astray by deception while we stay silent for our own comfort isn't keeping the peace, it's spiritual compromise. For the person who chooses to step up and confront the darkness, Jesus promises a deeply personal reward. Revelation 2:17 says, "He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To him who overcomes I will give some of the hidden manna to eat, and I will give him a white stone, and on the stone a new name written which no one knows except him who receives it." The hidden manna refers to the manna kept inside the Ark of the Covenant. It represents unhindered, intimate access to the very presence of God. The white stone is a symbol of personal honor and acceptance. It represents a new identity given to you by the Creator of the universe. These rewards aren't handed out simply for surviving the culture. They are reserved for those who have the holy courage to stand for the truth. Every one of us has been given a sphere of influence, whether it's our home, a busy workplace, or a close circle of friends. We have to stop choosing a comfortable, counterfeit peace over the pursuit of what is right in the eyes of God. Step up, speak the truth in love. Use your voice to protect those around you from being destroyed by deception. Faithfulness is not only about the evil we avoid, it is equally about our refusal to make peace with the things God has already condemned.